Hello and welcome back to SF a Giants recap. And the Giants, they tied today. So we didn't lose, but we didn't win. In spring training, you can end in a tie, and that's what happened in today's game. The offense, there are a few good things that we'll talk about. Same with the pitching, a few good things, a few worrisome things. So we're going to go over all that in today's video. Make sure to subscribe and like if you do end up enjoying. But the Giants today in spring training, we saw a few good things. Willie Adames, two hits in today's game. Good to see from him. You want him getting the bat going early. And we obviously know San Francisco is going to tank his offensive stats a tiny bit. And so seeing him get the bat on the ball now, and then it'll probably be a pretty easy transition into San Francisco and Oracle Park. And I don't think you're going to see a big dip in his production. Gerard Encarnacion, he did really well today, getting a double. He's looking phenomenal at the hitting spot right now. I think he will be our main DH, and then he can sub in the outfield. He can play first. They're trying him out in those places. I think that we will see him in the opening day roster and opening day lineup if he can continue being this solid. I'm not asking for him to hit 20 bombs in spring training. I'm more saying like, he's getting the bat on the ball. He's hitting it hard. He's getting it in the gaps. He's getting a lot of doubles. Saw a home run. That type of stuff you're seeing from him. And I think if he can kind of continue this, we're obviously going to see him in the lineup. And then we saw good things from Casey Schmitt. Home run today. Saw the power going the opposite way to right center. Stuff like that you love to see from a guy like Casey Schmitt, where he gets going, he goes only thing but up. And then he may hit a couple dips, but I think that Casey Schmitt builds himself off of momentum and off of streaks. And so if he can kind of get that going in spring, instead of having to wait the first month of the season to break it in, I think that that'll be good to see from him. And seeing the opposite power, I think, is something that we should take note of, because we more think of Casey Schmitt as a guy who hits tanks into left field, and then that's about it. So seeing him go opposite field home run and put the power into it, barrel it up, that's a good sign for him. For the pitching in today's game, Jordan Hicks, he went 1 1/3. He did have 3 strikeouts, only allowed 1 hit. Looked pretty solid for his first outing in spring. That's something that you want Jordan Hicks to be doing well. And I think we'll see him go farther into games than we did last year. He said he put on some weight to hopefully throughout the year he'll slim down and he'll build up that stamina more, and he won't become injury prone and have all those issues. So seeing him do well today, good thing, good signs to come. We did see a struggle. Antonio Jimenez, who everyone's been hyping up, he struggled today. 3 runs allowed, 3 hits. Not something you want to see from a guy who everyone's been like looking at him at camp saying this is going to be your guy. This is going to be the sneaky one in the bullpen. And then the game did not perform like we would like to see. Sean Jelly, he's getting his strikeout numbers up. Last time he struck out the side, today he struck out 3 guys, did allow 2 hits, but I think that Sean Jelly has definitely switched something, because we've never really seen Sean Jelly be your strikeout guy. He's been kind of a more pop out, ground out. He does get strikeouts, obviously, but it's nothing like this spring where he has 2 innings pitched and 6 strikeouts. We've never seen that from Sean Jelly. So seeing him produce that type of number with the strikeouts, and then if he can just eliminate the hard hits, eliminate the home run ball, which has kind of been his issue in the past, seeing him do that today, I think that's a good sign. Tyler Rogers and Camilo Duvall, they came in today. They had some nice outings. Nothing spectacular like striking outside, but they didn't allow any runs, didn't allow any walks, had just a few hits allowed, and that was really it from them. So overall, though, I'd say this is a pretty solid game. We had a few downs. Some of the offensive players like Bailey not looking too great at bat or behind the plate. His catching, I don't know how he won Gold Glove last year in my opinion. He let so many he's going up to catch it, bounce her out of the glove. Missed so many strikes from that last year, and so many pass balls from him that I feel like were preventable. And I feel like the stats on paper favored him more than the actual game. If you watch the games, notice how many times Bailey just lets the ball pop out. Or if it's down low, he just doesn't really care. Up high, if there's no chance it's going to be a strike, he just doesn't care and just lets it pop out. I feel like your job as a catcher, you got to stick it, you got to hold it there. I don't care if you're at the major league level or you're 8 years old. That's your job, is to catch the ball. And I feel like he really has struggled with that. So if he can get that tuned in, get the hitting back to where it was. Obviously, we've seen his power come through this spring, but today was kind of an off day for him. So that'll do it for today's recap. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for a new SF Giants recap video.